Hi guys.
Hey guys, we're back with our next video.
Yes, we're talking about
Long distance relationships.
yes.
That should be exciting.
So, Charley, what's your overall thoughts on long distance relationships? I guess before we get to Twitter.
Well, if I had to define what long distance relationships mean to me, I guess I would say just like, being in a relationship and not being able to see that person physically all the time, whether that's him being in a different state, and just having that. Personally, I don't really like long distance relationships. They're not for me, but I don't know. What's yours?
I think long distance relationships can work if you guys both want it to work. But long distance relationships are hard. They're not, I guess, it's not really for me either. But if I really like the person or even love the person enough, we can always make it work. It's just you really have to want it and trust the person and trust that they're staying faithful, have communication, and all of that. But it's hard because you don't want to be around the person that you're in a relationship with.
That's true.
Okay, so I'm trying to find them, but I don't see the responses on here.
Why did I have to go to your... Wow, guys.
Okay, we're so fresh. Okay, so last Wednesday not even last Wednesday, our first girl chat that we had on Twitter, we talked about long distance relationships, and one of the questions was, what would it take for you to stay in a long distance relationship?
So for me to stay in a long distance relationship, I don't know if it's a good or bad thing, but I know I'm going to need reassurance that we're still good, still working towards the same goal, and they're still in it for the long run. Because people change their mind, especially not being around that person. You don't know what they're thinking,
and they're in such a different environment than you. So it's their life is kind of going at a different pace than you, and different things are influencing their life without you there. So it's kind
you don't even know it.
Yeah.
So definitely that good communication. We have to communicate because literally the only thing we have is our phone, FaceTime, text. So that, and definitely you have to be faithful.
Yeah. For me, what would it take? Definitely honesty and transparency. Let me know everything. Don't feel the need to have to cover up something or just not tell me anything. Consistent communication, whenever we can. We're gonna have to, I don't know, find some way to see each other or talk. We're gonna have to figure that out because I don't think I could be in a relationship without seeing that person at least maybe once a month, two. I don't know.
Maybe a couple times.
Yeah, maybe a couple times. I'd say maybe 2 times.
What if y'all were hours away? One person who was in our chat, they live in California and their boyfriend lives in Michigan. What would you do?
We just wouldn't be together because I would not be able to do that.
I would not be able to do
You're
that.
so far.
I would be so sad.
God. Yeah, I don't know. It depends on where we're at in our relationship because if we're just starting off and then you go to Michigan or something, I'm gonna be yeah.
We could still
wish the best luck to you in
in
Michigan. I hope it all works out, but we won't be a thing. But if we were further in our relationship and we had this really strong bond and we talked about marriage and all that other stuff, then yes, I would just have to deal with it if we're both in it together. Yeah. One of the other questions was let's see. what are some issues that people in long distance relationships face?
Trust issues.
Trust issues, definitely.
Oh my gosh. Because you just have to know that they doing what they say they doing.
Yes. Because I feel like that aspect brings out like a lot of insecurities, and I wouldn't. It'll be so much harder for me to trust you if you're like 3-4 hours away.
Yeah.
So.
And then I think communication. I mean, like, that's a big issue together. Like, when you're not even long distance. But communication, like, let's say you have an argument. That means, like, okay, if you don't want to talk, you just don't have to pick up the phone. You just don't have to respond to the text. Like, that is so frustrating because you're not here for us to discuss what we have to discuss sometimes.
And then it's kind of like, in those arguments, even when y'all do like settle to like an agreement, you still have like those feelings which you can't really like, I don't know, I wouldn't say like physically let out, but it's kind of like something you have to deal with on your own too. Like, I mean, Chris, you got your friends there to, you know, lean on, but
they just
not him or her, so it's kind of like Okay, so the next question is, do you think your friends would have a bigger impact on your life if you were in a long distance relationship? Why or why not?
So as opposed to a relationship that wasn't long distance, I think your friends do have a larger impact on you, as opposed to like, okay, we're in Athens. If my boyfriend was here as opposed to Cleveland or Akron, then I would probably some time would be spent more with him than with my friends, whereas if he's in Cleveland or Akron, I'm with my friends more. So they would have a larger impact on my life at that time because my significant other isn't here.
Yeah, but my friends are.
Yeah.
So, but I will also say, like, it kind of depends on like where your friends are like in their relationships as well. Like, maybe they like could be single, whatever, and always want you to go out, and you be like, I can't do that. I have to call my boyfriend at 9 o'clock. Like, we set this up or something like that. And I don't know. I just feel like him being away, like, everything that's around you is going to have a bigger impact. Not even just your friends, but like whether it's like school or work, or just like, you know, the like struggles of everyday life. Like, I feel like all of that is going to have a major impact on your life than somebody that's like 3 hours away.
You won't be able to spend as much time as you want with your friends, or you just won't spend as much time, period. And going out, you might not even want to go out because you want to talk to your boyfriend.
Yeah, like, that's gonna be a tough.
And if you have single friends that's like, I'm living my best life single, and then you in your relationship, it could be hard because it's like, I'm not living my best life single, I'm living my best life with my boyfriend.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, they might be able to understand where you're coming from, or they might not, because I'm free and stuff like that. And tell your friends like, oh, I can't go out to this meeting because I have so
I think that is a big thing with long distance relationship. You have to stick to what you say, because literally that's all you have, like, is your plans. And if you don't stick to the plans as far as talking or even getting together, then like, other than talking over the phone, what relationship, like, what do you have to work with? Like, if you're not sticking to what you say, that's just a problem in itself.
Yeah. Okay. So as we stated before, one of the questions was, what are some issues that people in long distance relationships face? And let's see. I think we just had it. Okay. Someone said, I think the biggest one is trust, but trust can be maintained with healthy communication, which is very true. Someone also said, you will face a lot of outsiders questioning your relationship just because you don't see each other every day. Ignore it.
Oh my gosh. That, like, the best advice I can give for somebody in a long distance relationship is not to let people into y'all's relationship, because people were trying to mess it up, especially knowing that distance between y'all. It's like, oh yeah, like, they be trying to, like, people would test you guys' foundation.
Yeah.
So if it's not strong and y'all don't have a clear understanding, like, don't let people into y'all business. Like, especially long distance, to let them know if you're in an argument, because somebody might be there that's been eyeing him, and knowing y'all in an argument, you're not even there to be like, hold up, like, you know. So yeah, don't let nobody in.
Yeah, don't let people like influence how y'all relationship is gonna work, because like I've seen that happen a lot of times, especially with like friends that are in long distance relationships, and maybe their boyfriend or girlfriend is like controlling, and they're like, oh well, you're not going anywhere because you're talking to me, and then your friend's looking at you like you gonna let him say that? Right, that's your dad. Like, there's people out there like that, and you know, it can mess a lot of things up for you, especially like friendships, for real. So, something else. Somebody replied, like, you can miss special moments. It's not easy to travel back and forth, or have face-to-face interactions.
Oh my gosh. That was one we did not think about. Like, I did not think about that. Like, with long distance relationships, like, you just miss so many memories. Like you memories that you could make, and like each day is one less memory that you could have with that person, and that's just so sad.
I know. Oh my God, just thinking about that is really sad.
Like, you could be spending holidays together, taking pictures all the time, but you
can't even do that. Like,
I'm not in that point of my life where I can't just like, I just want my significant other here with me.
Yeah, I can't. There's no way I can do a long distance relationship. Like, I feel like to be in a long distance relationship, it's gonna take like a lot of maturity, because like it's so much out here in this world, and then your feelings alone. Like, as females, like, I know we overthink sometimes, and guys can do the same thing, and that can really like just like mess up your whole thought process about your relationship. Like, you don't want to be like overthinking, like, okay, what is he doing right now? Like, or maybe he's not really doing that. Maybe he's out with some girl, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Like, you don't want to ever get to that point. So, like, having that good foundation before, like, he or she goes off is, like, really important. Okay, so one of the questions from our Twitter chat was, do you believe in long-distance relationships? And somebody said, yes, your soulmate could be anywhere. It proves how committed you are. So, with that being said, I do, like, believe that your soulmate could literally be anywhere. So, don't just be, like, closed-minded to, like, all situations. Like, you don't know. Like, you might meet some guy on vacation, and then you have to come home, and then, like, he's just everything to you, and you're everything to him, and now you want to go back. So, like, things like that could happen. Would
you move for your significant other?
I would move for my significant other depending on like what stage in our relationship that we're at, because if we like fresh in the talking stage, or even like just starting to date, no, I'm not moving for you. Like, yeah.
I've definitely thought about it, but I would have to know, like, you about to put a ring on my finger, we about to get married, like, you know, I'm not moving nowhere, especially because you can move somewhere with somebody and then thinking that you have security, you have somewhere to stay, whatever. Let's say stuff messes up, where do you go, what do you do? So you really, and then we're young, and so it's just such a big decision.
Yeah, that's very true. One piece of advice that I would give someone in a long distance relationship is to definitely pray over your relationship, because literally anything can happen with that person being so far away. Like, you're not really there to protect them, you're not there to have like face-to-face communication, you know. So I would definitely say be open-minded and like be a good listener, and also just like pray over your relationship.
I can't give no better advice than that. Y'all just pray, because God will get y'all through it if it's meant to be.
Yeah, if it's meant to be.
If it's meant to be.
God will literally make it happen. Like, it's going to happen. If it was written, it's going to happen. So,
well, no matter where y'all are at, just pray for your significant other in y'all's relationship.
Yep.
That's basically it.
So, that concludes our girls' room chat today.
Next one will be
the survival guide of breaking up.
It's gonna be real juicy.
It's gonna be real interesting.
Real good.
Real interesting. So tune in on Wednesday for our next girls' room chat on Twitter, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And then also tune in on Saturday for our video.
Bye.